Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and to another plan with me. This week I'm using the pink Christmas kit from my shop and I'm planning for the week of the 4th to the 10th of December. Either side of this week I've got two traditional like red and green Christmas kits, so I really wanted to have something different and contrasting in between. So I've chosen pink Christmas and the artwork is stunning. I love the kit, it's so pretty, and you've got the little pop of blue as well. So this is actually a really exciting plan with me because I realised, like, with the timing of how I'm uploading, I can actually use one of the new foil bundles in this spread. So I didn't show it at the beginning and I forgot to use the foil date numbers, but I am actually using the silver snowflake foil bundle in this plan with me, and I'm really excited to like show it you in action for the first time. It was so fun to plan with and I just love how it like made like the spread and the kit like really pop. It was a little bit challenging to use, like to film with, because the glare of the stickers and the foil, it's just like something I need to get used to filming with, and like how to get a good like angle on the stickers and stuff, so bear with me while I figure that out. But the foil did release on Boxing Day, so it is available now. There are 4 Plannerface foil packs from the Advent, so they follow the seasons. There's a spring, a summer, autumn and a winter set, and then there's also a like dot confetti foil pack, which is really good for like any time. I also released the dot confetti underlays separately because I know a few people either plan with like a bigger planner or like to use the underlays on their own. I do that sometimes as well. And I also released monthly scripts that go with my monthly kits. So this is when I realised, so I'm like, look at the foil. But yeah, so there is January to December scripts available on sheets as well. You can get those individually or as a pack of 4 with each foil colour at a discount. Same with the underlays. But yeah, so they released on Boxing Day, and there is also currently a 20% off sale running, and it does apply to the foil. The only things it doesn't apply to are custom scripts, the mystery and gift cards. So that sale will still be ongoing if you watch this video when it goes live, and it ends on the 28th at midnight. So if you want to pick up any of the foil or any of the other new releases, you can do it currently with 20% off. The code is Boxing Day. But back to the plan with me, I've just been putting down the underlays. I've done my overlays on some boxes, so you get 2 sheets of overlays, 2 sheets of underlays, and then the 5th sheet is a washi sheet with some scripts and date numbers. So I'd already put my regular date numbers down, but normally I would use the foil ones. So I'm just putting my snowflake overlays on the boxes now, and you get like a bunch of different designs. So you can, if you've got double boxes, you can pair 2 together to make like a double box frame. There is a toolbox overlay as well, and I've got my header overlays as well, which are these pretty little snowflake overlays. You also get some individual snowflake like deco bits in the snowflake foil pack. So I'm putting these along the top where like your deco would go. I don't put the deco at the top because I find that it looks a little bit cramped. So I'm just putting the snowflakes on their own for a bit of extra sparkle. And then there is also the 50mm washi, but when I like put my washi down, I didn't realise that I could show the foil pack yet, so I haven't actually cut mine in half. I'm just going to put the 50mm washi strip over the top, but there was a 50mm add-on which also went with this kit. So if you were using that, you could use both strips of the overlays and it would look really pretty. But let's get into the plans. So this was like the first proper week of December and I was still working on Black Friday orders. The first thing I marked was that I designed the December order freebie for the shop. It's pink and gold and it's got some like New Year's themed doodles on it with a couple of scripts. Then I marked that I worked on restocks. So during the sale, I'd been keeping an eye on the back in stock like request list, and I'd been restocking things that were out of stock. So I had a few like final things to finish up before I could start the orders. Then I worked on cutting premium matte. So after a sale, when I get like my premium matte orders, I will go through and make a spreadsheet of like the kits, the add-ons, and like a tally chart basically of everything I need to print and cut. So I'd done that and I had to go, and I think I'd already printed it, so it was just a case of cutting it this day, but it's easier to do it in stages, then I don't get confused. So I marked that with a little cut silhouette sticker. I then marked that Ari had been eating some of our ornaments, so we put the tree up, I think it was the Sunday the 3rd, and I've never had issues with him being that interested in the tree before. But this year he'd been particularly interested in these like really small clear ornaments we've got that have little stars in, and he's just been taking them off the tree and crunching them. So obviously not ideal. As soon as we realised what he was doing, we've taken them all off and either moved them like further up the tree or around the back or just somewhere that he can't reach them. Then I was having a lot of issues with my paper curling. I know I've mentioned this before, but this time it was specifically premium matte, and I think it was because they sent my order in really small packs. So normally it comes in sheets of 100, but this time they'd sent me packs of 20 sheets, and it was so annoying. It just kept like curling, and I was trying to like fold it backwards and anything to like counteract the curl, and it was so frustrating to try and print and cut with it. Then I marked packing orders. I think I tried to work on, so all of the orders that didn't have premium matte and didn't have custom scripts, I did all of those first, so those are what I started on Monday. And then I marked that we did a coffee run, but we went to Costa and I got a hot chocolate, so a hot chocolate run. But all of these scripts are custom scripts from my shop, so I'll leave the link down below if you want to pick those up, but you can customize them on our script designer. So you type in all of the scripts that you want and we will print and cut them for you exactly as you've like designed the sheet to be. Then I'm rearranging everything because I realized that there wasn't really enough room for the last two things I wanted to mark. But yeah, so I marked coffee run and I've used some of the little foiled icons from the kit. So that little coffee cup is a silver icon, and then I've also used the TV to mark that we started watching. Well, no, we watched more of Alice in Borderland, which I think we started the week before, but we got really into it and we pretty much binge watched it in like 2 weeks. So would highly recommend if you're interested in something new to watch. It's completely different to what we would normally watch. We watched the subtitled version because we don't really get on with like dubbed TV, but we really enjoyed it. So moving on to Tuesday, the first thing I marked was that I moved the ornaments from the tree because Ari could clearly not be trusted. And then I packed more orders, so I used a pink icon from the kit to mark that because I'm colour blocking this week as well, so trying to get my icons to match the colours roughly. Then I marked that I had to message a supplier, so I can talk about this now that the cat's out of the bag with the foil, but my recent order of foil, which had the advent replacements in, got stuck basically in China, and it kept showing on the tracking that they were like, it was leaving the facility and then it just came back the same day. So I was like, what does this mean? Is there something wrong with like the label? And I think basically what had happened is they tried to load it onto the plane and there was not room on the plane, so it got sent back. But this happened for about 5 days in a row, so I started to think it's never going to ship, but it did, luckily. I think it's just like because it's super busy like with Christmas and everything. Then I had to charge a battery for my dad. He'd ordered one of those like heated jacket things that you plug in like a phone charger to, like a portable charger. So I was pre-charging this battery because he wanted to come and collect it before he went to work the next day, which didn't end up happening in the end, but I still charged it. Then I marked that we did a post run, again with the icons from the foil pack, and I cut premium matte this day as well, so I marked that with a little safety clip, which I love anyway. I use them in the transparent black all the time. Then I marked that I worked on the custom scripts. So I think I remember I'd packed a lot of orders this day, and then I thought, if I don't do the customs and like get ready to start printing and cutting them, I'm gonna pack the other orders and then not have anything to pack. Like I'm gonna be too quick. So I worked on the customs and took a break from orders. Then in the evening we just watched more Alice in Borderland. Moving on to Wednesday, I marked that I left the fridge open, and I think this was me because Tom's done it before, or like the freezer anyway, but I think I left the fridge open like the entire night because I came downstairs and it was just wide open and I did not trust anything that was left in there. Like we had like meat and stuff and I was like, no, it's not worth it. Luckily we didn't have too many things in the fridge, but it's just not what you want, is it? So I marked that, and then I marked that I cut the custom scripts that I had printed and designed the night before, and then I worked on some designing because we had new releases this week, so I was sort of designing intermittently throughout the week. And then I marked that I did a load of washing. So if I remember correctly, I think we had a really cheap electricity day. So I always try and save my laundry for those. So I did about 3 loads of laundry, but then the problem is that I run out of places to hang it. So I can only really like take advantage so much. Then I filmed a reel. I think this was my packing reel. I packed a really big order and I had to put it in 2 boxes and like tape them together as one package. So I think that was what this is in reference to. And then we watched the Alice in Borderland finale in the evening, which was really good. So I marked that with a half box and a little rat sticker from was Crafty Rat Designs, is now Rebecca Holland's art, I believe. My friend Becca. I really need to sort out how to get the foil to show up better, because like some of the icons look black and then other things just look like really glary. Like if you have any tips, please let me know, because I'm a complete novice when it comes to trying to photograph foil and like show it in videos as well. But I had to rearrange a few things on this day as well just to get the gaps a bit more even. But otherwise the first half of the week is looking really pretty, so I've done a little bit of a wiggle so you can see. But yeah, loving how it looks so far. And I've got some extra little snowflakes from the deco like row on the overlay page, so I'm just putting those on some of the icons to give a little bit of extra sparkle. But yeah, moving on to the second half of the week. On Thursday, the first thing I marked was designing. I then realised that my fabric conditioner had been making me itch again. I've had this before. I basically need to use like the fairy one, but I'd bought a bunch of bottles of a different one that were like on offer, and I thought they were different to the kind that I tried before that made me itch, and it wasn't. So unfortunately I need to rehome those, but at least I realised what it was before I had used too much of it. Then I marked that we did the last Black Friday order post run, which was so exciting. I think we did 3 in total, so this was the final batch, and I marked that with a Once More With Love munchkin who's like holding a bunch of parcels, so really cute. Then I marked that I had a cold sore, so I don't know if this was like the day I realised that it actually was a cold sore, but I hate them. I don't get them very often actually, so I suppose I should consider myself lucky. Then on the way home from doing the last post run, we got McDonald's. We normally get McDonald's when a sale begins, like after I've been working on putting the sale live, we'll go and get McDonald's, but we didn't do that the previous week, so we got a celebratory finish the orders McDonald's instead, which is, I'll never say no to McDonald's. So that was our dinner. And then I did some more designing in the evening because I realised that I'd still got like journaling kits to make for the releases. This was like when I did all the Valentine's releases, so I had some things to finish off. And then at like midnight, Tom had a really bad craving for a roast dinner. And the best we could think of was to get a cottage pie from Asda, because we have a 24-hour Asda near us, so that's the place we go if we need to go to a shop like quite late. So he had his cottage pie and I believe it was quite good, so I think that hit the spot. Anyway, on to Friday, I had to cut stickers for new releases in the morning, just like one of each so that I could take photos. Then I realised that I was not going to get new releases up for the usual time of 12 p.m, so I made a post in the Facebook group and just explained that they would be a little bit late. I think this was because there was just like 4 kits and journaling kits, and there was just like way too many for me to try and get done, and I did not realise that until it was too late. So I delayed new releases, and then my computer was being really annoying and wouldn't open the photos that I'd taken, so it was making it really difficult for me to edit them and do the listings, so I actually ended up further delaying them, but it was fine in the end. I did then have to just redo those stickers because I accidentally picked up the cream colour, but the transparent and the foil removed quite easily, which surprised me. I thought they would be pretty stubborn, but I was able to reuse those stickers. So we are back onto the light pink where we should be, or the dark pink actually. Then I just marked that I did the photos and the listings this day with a Papershire camera, and then I marked some research. So I'd been trying to find a different supplier, and I didn't really get anywhere, to be fair, so it was not really a very it wasn't very fruitful. But I marked it anyway with a little foil shopping cart. I then spent a bit of time tidying our spare room. With Black Friday, I'd taken loads of things downstairs, like for the stationery boxes, and they needed to go back away. Things needed to go back into my event stock. I'd got Christmas presents everywhere, and the spare room had just been looking extremely chaotic. Also, that's where I dry my laundry. So there's a lot going on in that room. It's not really a spare room. It's honestly like a very busy room, and it just needed to be tidied up. Then I marked that I had to sort Christmas presents. I'd been buying a lot of gifts and just been putting them on our spare bed rather than putting them anywhere helpful, so I split them into like piles and categories. And I did some wrapping this day as well, I think, but I marked that with another Once More with Love wrapping munchkin. And then I really just wanted dessert, so I Uber eated, is that a verb? I Uber eated a waffle from this dessert shop, and Tom got a milkshake, I think. But yeah, it was really good, and I marked that with one of the little waffle icons on the new food sampler doodle. And then the last thing that we did on Friday was watch the second Hunger Games film, Catching Fire, and I actually think they might have taken them off Amazon Prime, so I don't know if we're going to be able to watch the third one, but we would like to, so that then I can go and watch, maybe there's 4 at home, and then I can watch the cinema one, I don't know. But yeah, we would like to finish watching those soon as well. Then moving on to the weekend, the first thing I marked was that I wrote an email. This was the newsletter I did, like kind of a newsletter, just like a promotional email following the Valentine's releases. So I wanted to get that out shortly after new releases went live. Then we had a Morrison's click and collect to pick up, so we went to get that, and we've never done a click and collect before, so we followed the signs, which were really badly signposted, and it was raining, so the whole thing was just very chaotic. But in the end we got our groceries, and I bought a bunch of stuff so that I could batch cook, because I marked this later on, but I ended up making lasagna, cottage pie and bolognese because they were all like mince based, so I was trying to be efficient, and ended up actually just not having a big enough pot for most of it, so I had to like split things into smaller pans, and it ended up actually being really confusing, but my intentions were good. Then I marked printing and cutting with a coffee cup icon, and I cleaned the rabbit's enclosure out this day, so I marked that with a Coffee Monsters Co. emoji with a bunny rabbit on its head. Then, I don't know what came over me, but I had this urge of motivation to sort out all of the cables under my desk. So because we don't really have the silhouettes anymore, when I'd unplugged them, and because the cables are all cable tied together under my desk, I hadn't really dealt with the cables, I just unplugged the machines. So I went and undid all of the cable management that Tom had done previously, cut all the cables apart. I cut the cable ties, not the cables, and just tidied it up and made sure everything was organised under there again. So that was really satisfying and didn't actually take me as long as I thought it would. I listened to some Christmas music while I was doing it, so feeling very festive. And then I marked that I did my batch cooking. So this was all my bolognese and stuff like that. I made 6 lasagnas and they're really nice. So I'm very proud of myself, because I do have a really bad habit of batch making food that I've not tried before. So then if I don't like it, I just have a lot of it and it's a bit of a gamble. I forgot to put all my Coffee Monster stickers away that I recently bought, so I was going through them and completely forgot that I hadn't put them in my doodles bin. So I could have picked them out for some of the other things in this spread, but I forgot about them. And then the final thing I marked on Saturday was that we played Minecraft with Julia, Sean and Tom, with a little gaming icon from my shop. So moving on to Sunday, the first thing I marked was printing and cutting, and I got something stuck under that sticker. So I've pulled it out, and it's actually really easy to remove stickers when they're on the underlays. Obviously this kit is removable matte, but the way it peels off is just really smooth and satisfying, and I'm pretty sure premium matte stickers come off easier on underlays as well. Then I marked that I filmed the Advent unboxing video, so I unboxed the standard vertical kit, Advent calendar. I didn't actually keep a journaling kit to unbox, so I don't know if I've seen anyone else do an unboxing yet. I was going to link it down below in the advent video, but I don't think I've seen one. Then I did some more laundry this day. I washed our towels, so I marked that with a little laundry doodle from my shop in the multicolour range. Then I wrapped some presents this day. So we were going for a meal with my dad for his birthday, and I had to wrap my parents' Christmas presents and my dad's birthday presents, so I had a big wrapping session. Then we went for dad's birthday meal. It wasn't the best meal ever. Basically, like, it wasn't that busy, but when we got there, it got busy after we'd arrived, so it took about an hour for our meal to come, and it wasn't very warm. So I'm not a complainer, but my mum and dad were sending theirs back, so I did send mine back because it was cold. And the guy, it wasn't our waitress, but it was like a manager, like a restaurant manager, came and like directly asked me what was wrong and like what part was cold, and said that it couldn't be cold or something. And I just felt really like, I don't know, I felt awkward about it anyway, so then to be kind of interrogated was just not fun. And when they came and like reserved us our meal, he was quite rude. The waitress was really nice, so it was a bit of a shame that he was really bad, because otherwise we would have like had a good lasting impression, like, because they did fix it, and when they came out they were really hot. So I don't know, it just made the whole thing a bit awkward, and I don't like stuff like that. But anyway, then I marked that we started to watch the TV show Dark on Netflix, which was really good. It's really good. We're still watching it, but on season 2 right now. And then I just put a little Paper Shire like Christmassy sticker in my sidebar, because I didn't make myself a script as like a highlight. But this is the completed spread. It looks so pretty with the foil. This is the silver snowflake foil pack that's available in the shop now, but I really hope you enjoyed the Plan With Me video. This is what I've got left of the foil pack, so a bunch of icons, loads of the scripts and the numbers, because I kind of forgot about that sheet. And then this is what I've got left of the weekly kit. Like I said, this is the pink Christmas collection from my shop, and I believe they are still available if you want to pick it up for memory planning or for next year. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and as a reminder, the Boxing Day sale is still ongoing. The code is Boxing Day for 20% off. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!